Cool. I'm inviting everybody. So, guys, if you want to speak, join us for a chat. Feel free. No worries, man. Vijay, hi, welcome. Was just saying, I'm inviting everyone up to join us in stages. If you feel comfortable enough to join and speak, welcome. Hey Derek, thank you so much for joining, man. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
Doing okay, doing okay. Thanks. It's already Friday, weekend is coming up, but here we in Web3, there's no weekends, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, I think we gave it enough time. Maybe uh, let's um, let's start. So for those who joined in time, don't have to wait much longer. So guys, thank you so much for joining us. As some of you may know, this is the first AMA that we're doing within the community. We're just want to take this time to kind of maybe in, talk a bit more about ourselves in order for you to get to know us better, and especially the whole point will be if you have any questions or doubts about the project, about the platform, any type of feedback that you wanna give us, feel free to do so. That's exactly why we're doing it. And the main type of feedback that we're actually looking for is specifically, if you've used the platform so far, we'd love to understand exactly what you like and especially what you don't like, right? What could we do differently to improve and enhance your experience in a platform like this? Um, we we're really grateful for you guys to see the potential and value this might bring. Being a tech product, it's not something that gets 100% done overnight, unfortunately. It takes a bit of time, but with hard work and grind, we'll get there. So to kick things off, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Alex. The Most of the team is based in Lisbon, Portugal. I'm the one kind of in charge of the marketing of the project. I've been the one kind of reaching out to other communities to see if they see a value and potential to the platform we're building, and if they do, give the opportunity to their members and users to try out the platform while we're still building, and especially to give us some feedback while we keep building features and improving the experience of our users. Yeah, that's a short intro about me. Maybe I'll let Bernardo and Paulo kind of give one or two sentences about themselves.
Yeah, for sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. It's really, really important for us to start doing these type of things, and we're really happy that you are joining and that you are interested in what we are developing every day virtually. So I'm Bernardo Silva. I'm the CEO of Liisa. I started this project with Paulo, who is my original co-founder. He's the developer. I take care of everything that has to do more with the business, recruiting, investments, and so on. Um, my background is in management consultant, so I used to be a management consultant for large corporations, but I decided it was time for me to start my own company and to build something valuable and that will last. And yeah, that's why we started Liisa in the first place. Anything you want to know about me, I won't talk too much now. Everything you want to know, just ask, and I will be happy to talk to each and every one of you. So, Paulo, maybe mic to you.
Hey everyone, I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. So I'm
We can.
Yeah, we can.
awesome, amazing. So I'm the CTO of Liisa. I'm the one that's mainly responsible to work on the app itself. All the development comes to me. So far, we've also added a new team member software development. Is data scientist. Unfortunately, is not here with us at the moment. It's it's already late where he lives. But yeah, so I'm essentially the guy that takes all your feedback and works on it. I'm sorry if sometimes it's not. I don't fix it right away. As you can imagine, a lot of things in the backlog to work on. At the same time, it's just mainly one guy. But I just want you guys to know that we listen to your feedback. Currently, we constantly working towards improving the app, and your feedback is very valuable. So thanks to all of you guys that bring the feedback and all years and doing it. Just thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the intro, guys. So yeah, I think we can kick off with the first question, which uh, has come has come up a few times, especially as of late by No Name, which is why the name Lisa. So Lisa, you know, is actually the way that we say it is Lisa. Is actually slang for Lisbon among some locals. And the meaning behind the two Y's is just that the one I was either taken or was very expensive to take for the domain, so we just had we just had to add a second I. So that's the story behind the name.
Yeah, but I must say that the second I give it a lot more personality.
Yeah, yeah, I think it stays. It's not, yeah, it's not forgettable with two eyes. It sticks on the mind. Yeah. So guys, if as soon as you have any question, feel free to write on the text. I've got some questions from other users that are not attending. Hey Clinton, great to see you here, man. Thank you for joining. I got a couple of questions from.
Alex, sorry, I have some people with their hands up. Do they think they want to come up on stage?
No, I think the hands up was when I invited everybody. They just need to accept, I think. I'll resend if anyone wants to come up. If not, as I mentioned, feel free just to ask the questions on the chat, either the general chat or here on stages. And you, Derek, being here, anytime you have a question, feel free to jump in, or if you have any thoughts. It's always great to. Hey, Clinton, how are you,
Hey,
man?
what's up, Clinton?
Hey Alex, how you doing?
Doing okay,
Hi,
man.
Bernard. Yes, I am actually on my way back home. I'm yet to get home. I just decided to find a place to stay so I could participate in the aiming.
Cool, cool. Thank you so much for taking the time and join, man. Really appreciate it. Since being one of the OGs over here.
Yeah, sure, man. How you doing?
Doing great, man. It's
Uh,
the sun has come up in Lisbon, which is nice. It's been cold and rainy for a while. Sorry, but yeah,
all right. It's cloudy over here, so we're actually anticipating rain tonight. It will actually be our first rain over here, and yeah, it's nice.
cool, cool, cool. Okay, so yeah, as I was mentioning, I've got set some questions from people that won't be able to join. So one of them is, do we have to, if users have to connect their wallets when using Lisa? So for those who have started to use it, you've noticed that at the moment, no. The only thing that you need to sign up and use the platform is to use the access code provided to the community that we partnered that we partnered with, and your email. One of the reasons is, you know, still being kind of unknown in the space and not really having the credibility. We don't want to people we don't want people to feel they'll risk their assets when connecting to the app. And since we're in an early stage, and we want to get as many users as we can to get some feedback. The lowest risk is for them, the better, and the more users we'll have. Um, that's one of the main reasons, and the other one is we we don't really have features at the moment for that type of connection to make sense to be there. But we will. We have a couple of features on the pipeline that will require for you to connect your wallet if you want to use them. I'm not sure if maybe Bernardo or Paulo want to expand a bit of what type of plans regarding that we have for the platform for those that are here.
Sure, man. Yeah, I can expand. So basically, so currently there's no wallet integration because of Alex just said, right? So we don't believe that it would be good for us from a strategic perspective to require for wallet integration for you to use the platform, because we are not well known yet, so people could think that we were trying to scam them or something. So it was a deliberate decision. We are working on some features that eventually will require that wallet connection, of course. First one of them is a portfolio tracker, right, for you to keep track of your own portfolio, your own bags. And of course, you will need to connect your wallet to see what are your bags, and then to provide you with the analytics on it. And then further down the line, uh, we are rethinking the whole experience of the platform to become more of a Netflix type of experience, meaning that like for each user, we want you to see like NFTs that align with the things that you already like, with the things that you've already bought, or the things that you look at the most. And then having your wallet there is going to be good as well. So I think I have questions here from No Name.
Yeah.
So first question means what Liisa is providing starting as a visited website, how Liisa is different from others because many are providing the same things. Yeah, great question, No Name. So as you will see if you try out many platforms out there, and what we noticed before we started with the project was that most of the analytical tools are really much focused on on-chain activity and marketplace listing activity, meaning that you mostly what you can see there is okay, for how much are people selling, for how much are people buying, how many people are selling, how many people are buying, um, whale wallets, whatever. So everything related to the blockchain and transactions and marketplace activity. But as we understand, and most of you, I believe, will agree, we don't invest into these projects just because going up or number going down. Some of us do, and sometimes we all may do it, but usually people need to know, okay, what's behind this project, what's its utility, who is the team, are they honest, are they dishonest, are they well known, are they not well known, um, what is the utility? So is this what's this project about? Is it about gaming? Is it about just the PFP project with no utilities? Is it art? Does it have airdrops, as you were asking? So we think that this information is not being made available in the best way in the current platforms. So that's something that we are tackling as well. And then on the community side of things, the same thing. So for you to assess a community or to really check what people are talking about, and etc. So nowadays you either rely on going on the discords of the collections, right, to see how the community is like and what they are saying. But there we see a bit of a problem because discords are usually sort of an echo chamber, right? So if the communities are too entangled, they will always say the best and whatever. And then on Twitter, of course. But then on Twitter, you are very much conditioned by what you see on your timeline. You don't necessarily see what people are really talking about because Twitter is only providing you with the things that you follow, the things that you already like. Um, so we also want to give visibility on that. So the main difference for other platforms that I've talked too much was that we are really much focused on the qualitative side of NFT projects. So who are their teams? What's their community like? And also what type of utility each project um, is providing. Um, we are working on some ratings. Answering your question, no name. We do are working on some ratings. Some simpler ones where just compare collections about our database. Um, so imagine, let's talk about reach. So if I want to say like this account has 60K followers on Twitter, for example, and they have another that has 30K, like how do you know what is big and what is small? Like you don't have a reference, right? So we have ratings for that. So we compare all the collections across our database, and we do are working on more advanced ratings with our data scientists that we hired. Um, so that you can ultimately see like sentiment ratings for Twitter, like are people saying bullish things, bearish things, and so on. So yeah, we're definitely working on those ratings. Then no wallet means no airdrop. Not sure if I understood that one. No name. Can you please elaborate?
I think he's mentioning like an airdrop blur style with a token from us.
From us. Yeah, yeah. I mean that's. I will never say never, and I do understand um, that they're like the how can I say it? We should reward our early community members, right? If you are helping us build the platform, it makes sense that you yeah, it's easy free money. Yeah, we think it makes sense that that we find the right set of incentives also for you guys, the DOGs that are helping us from the beginning to also benefit from our success. That's for sure. We're still not sure on what's the best way and which one we're gonna implement. So the airdrop idea um, can be a good thing, can also be a bad thing. So if, for example, if you look at what happened with Lux Rare, um, really looked like they were going to take off with the airdrop, and then people were just using it to farm the rewards, right? I don't know if the same will happen to Blur or not. I believe maybe not. They have a good product, but just to tell you that we are assessing all of those options. But currently, our main focus is to really develop a killer product. Um, so that's what our main focus is right now. Not exactly on how are you gonna make help people make money or speculate, but more on how do you have a great product, and then when the time comes, we will think of the right incentives.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think I speak for the team when I say that one of our main goals as well is to bring as as much value as we can to the space, and for those that spend a lot of time doing their research and due diligence, getting before getting into a project. Um, it's still a tricky space out there, so it's not always easy to understand what's good or what's bad, especially when you have so much happening at the same time. That's hard to keep track. So hopefully, we'll build an awesome product for you guys to use, um, and that hopefully will bring a lot of profits into your wallet in the future. And yeah, I mean, taking a bit of what was said regarding to why people might get into a project. We actually have like a poll running on Twitter. I'll put it here on the stages chat if you guys just want to vote on specifically what it is that makes you decide into investing in a product. So when you have the time, feel free to go there and cast your votes and like and retweet if you want. But yeah, I have a couple of other questions. One that was mentioned quite a few times is when will you have it mobile friendly? So yeah, at the moment, this platform is a web app, right? So it's mainly built to be used on a computer or a laptop. But since so many people we've seen at least like a third are asking for a mobile version. We'll be working hard to make it as mobile friendly as possible. We have it on our plans eventually to um, to have it as an app once we have a good notifications and alert system for you guys to be notified as soon as possible as any price action might change or any important notification about either your assets or their social media presence, how it might impact the price going up or down. That will be they'll be implemented, and hopefully we'll be able to build those types of notifications for you. And once we do, hopefully we'll be on a kick-ass mobile app. So no name is asking which projects are following that projects, number of comments, like and retweet.
I think he's answering your question on Twitter. So
Okay.
what thing he's looking at?
Okay, so you look mainly at either the engagement or if maybe bigger projects are somehow related to that specific project, if I got it right. Yeah, flow with hype, exactly. Yeah, that's actually something else that we think might be important, and we're working on is the whole notion of hype, right? Because this being a space that flows a lot around what's said on social media, anything that has some hype to it will always pump a bit. So hopefully I mean, not hopefully, we'll be working on a way to track it and analyze it and provide it to you guys, so that you can filter through what's being said positively, in regards to any project or mention. Yeah, a FOMO meter or FUD meter will be a good meter. Definitely, definitely. I think that's you should coin it. FOMO meter and especially FUD meter. That's a good Web3 term,
That's
man.
a good way.
Yeah,
to speak
yeah,
about
yeah.
it, yeah.
The, if we end up using it, we'll credit you. Um, yeah, something a question that maybe I have for you guys listening is when doing a bit of research, as no name said that he looks at if bigger projects are either following or uh, related to a smaller project. Do you guys usually look at like a blue chip index, so blue chip holders that have maybe that are holders of a smaller collection? Would that be something that would sway you into investing in that specific project? Let's see if people answer it.
I think it's a two-edged. My opinion is that it's a two-edged sword sometimes, right? Can either be bullish because okay, that whale has bought into this project, or can also be bearish because that whale can also use it as exit liquidity.
Yeah, yeah, I think exactly. I mean, when it's it's always unpredictable in that sense, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's why we believe we need to look at multiple things at the same time, not just one specific KPI to make a decision, right?
Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Um, yeah, that's why hopefully we'll have a decent amount of important KPIs and metrics to show off, even though at the moment we don't have this blue chip index. But if it's something that if it's an indicator that might get people more likely to invest or not, depending on how many either Bored Ape holders or CryptoPunk holders are in the project, that might eventually be interesting to include. Seeing some people
Yeah,
write,
for sure.
just giving a few seconds to see if what their thoughts
Alex,
are.
do you know if we have a way of recording the feedback that's here on the chat, or is it gonna go away once we close the AMA? Should be awesome to maybe before we close it, I'll do like a print screen or something. I don't know if this if anyone knows if the chat messages get recorded.
I think I think if the stages channel stays open, the history of the messages will stay.
Awesome.
I think.
Awesome.
I think. So, Raymond Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
As much as that is a factor, I personally look out for the vision of the project, the team, and the initial steps taken. I'm not interested in pump and dumps. I'm drawn to projects that build on longevity. Okay, so you're, if I understand correctly, you're more in the long-term investment, right? Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, we have like two types of users. It's funny, right?
Yeah, the opposites, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we can cater to both of them.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think this goes to what we were talking about yesterday. Remember, about before investing in a product, actually take the time and look at the team to see their experience and if they might be able to actually fulfill the promises and the roadmaps and everything that is promised to future holders.
Yeah, for sure.
Gloria, utilities and community is very important. Utilities can be great for holders. Community can make the floor price go high or drop, so there should be the proper people. Yeah, I think especially as of late, I think the expectations for utility has gone up and up and up, right? I mean, I think in 2021 when it was a bullish market, I mean, if the utility was getting some merch, people would be super happy. But I think the expectations are increasing a lot. So I think it's, yeah. I mean, it gets harder for teams that actually want to build something, but it still gets easier for those who are just out there to to scam people, right? Because they just need to make some false promises with shiny new terms, and with some shilling they get 20k followers overnight on Twitter and they sell out, and then those false promises will never end up to happen, unfortunately. No name community is secondary. Walls are needed to boost floor price after listing. No floor price, no community. I mean, yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, but I mean, from my point of view, the danger with having maybe too many whales related to the project is they can crash your floor price very easily if they decide to exit. I mean, this especially if there's enough liquidity to sell, right? But I mean, I think even there are smaller projects with a strong community. I think if the team actually wants to build something great and actually wants to provide value to their holders and to their members, I think a community can outlast a very long time, even if just looking at the floor price it doesn't seem that way. So yeah. So Derek says I use AlphaShock's blue chip index a lot, but I use it coupled with the wall metric. Having both the metrics help determine how strong a floor is and how likely the floor is to drop or rise. But it's an FT, anything can always happen. Yeah, definitely anything can always happen. But could you? I'm not sure if I know exactly what the wall metric is in AlphaShock.
I think he's mentioning like the prices of the listings versus the prices of the bids, the depth of the floor, or both.
Yeah, both. I mean, all of it's good metrics, 'cause especially when if you're looking at like the blue chips in a project and stuff like that, it's just like Alex said, they can completely tank your floor. I mean, we've seen Maki destroying a whole lot of projects lately and stuff like that. So when I use the wall, which tells you how thicker the wall is, like, the floor is 0.1 and the next wall is like 0.1 or 0.12, and it's like 1,000 listings. That wall's not going to get broken. A lot of people are impatient, so they'll dump. So I think it's the overall use of all the metrics, because there's flippers, there's holders, there's gamblers, there's all kinds of different personalities in it. So it's really ultimately just whatever your goal is. If you're a flipper, then wells are what you're looking for. You're looking for who's buying in and who's going to raise that floor. So that's how I look at it.
Ah, okay, yeah, I think I understood. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of metrics are needed because those different types of investors, as you mentioned, look at different things, right? So yeah, especially if you want to cater to different types of either traders, investors, collectors, it will be important to have all the information that everybody looks at. Not necessarily they all look at the same thing, but especially looking at different things, it'll be interesting to provide all that information in one place.
Yeah, we're having quite an interesting discussion on the chat. I think we're having a lot of points of view. I personally myself, like either if it's fundamental driven, meaning like success of project equals team, utility, roadmap, whatever, or if it's more of a gambling thing, I think it's always a mix of both, right? It reminds me a lot, like especially NFT projects that are trying to build something that are not like art projects, right? It's kind of like what venture capitalists do. Like they invest into like 100 companies. They know like only 2 or 3 are gonna have success, and all the others are gonna lose their money. Um, so they try to reduce their gambling risk by really being selective into those 100 gambles, so that they lower the risk of the gambling itself a bit uh, and go more long term. So if you invest in just like 1 or 2 NFT projects, I think it's very gambly. If you invest into 100 and really take the time to select a good 100, then it's more like a venture capital type of thing, in my view. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm scrolling through the chat, and yeah, it's definitely interesting. Different points of view. Yeah, I'm also a firm believer that a strong community can suffer a lot and still exist after some challenges. But I also think it's harder and harder to build such a community, right? Because there's so many people that just want to make a quick dollar, that they just join projects or communities to see if they can either get whitelist or mint and then flip. That I think it's much harder, especially because you have much less people on the market at the moment compared to a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but I mean, nothing wrong with that, huh? Like everyone can have their own strategy.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a right answer or a wrong answer. Um, each each yeah I mean, each do what they want to do and how they want to do it. But yeah, I mean, I'm just scrolling through the messages. Yeah, community is the project. Without the community, the NFT project won't really stand out. Yeah, I mean, I believe in that, especially for a long term, right? But I mean, if you have someone with a big following that chills that project, it can stand out for a couple of days or maybe for the mint dates, and then it will tank. because the hype just falls through, and it will end up forgotten.
Yeah, that's something I think we really need to tackle, like with our social analytics, because I think you can sort of spot like if you have if we do have like all the historical data, Twitter for mentions on Twitter, etc. So we're gonna be able to visualize how it evolved through time until the mint date or until like current date, and I think it's gonna be quite easy to spot like a project that had 100 followers and then in one day just gained 10,000 out of nowhere, or a project that has grown steadily and then okay, if it has grown steadily, it's likelier that it was organic than just like an influencer chilling it out of nowhere. So
Yeah, yeah, and I'd be I'd be interested in also seeing like comparing the longevity, so to say, of projects now to maybe a year and a half ago when they started, because I notice a lot that I mean mint prices are lower and lower every week that goes by, if not free, right? You didn't see that. You wouldn't see that like a year and a half ago. People would meet at point 0.02, point 0.07, point 0.08, or point 0.2 without batting an eye when ETH was at like 4,000. But now, I mean, if it's not close to free, it will hardly sell out. And without those types of funds, I mean, there's just no way that a project with no funds and if they want to actually build something that takes time and money, they will never manage to do it. Right. That's why I think it's becoming it's becoming very hard for actual builders that wanna build something for their community and members at the moment.
yeah, I mean, I think that's something as an investor you should also look at. Like, if you're like looking at it on the long term, I think a good way to look at it is okay, how much money have they raised with the mint, right? Can they with that amount of money deliver what they're promising? Um, and that's I think is a good proxy because you would see like during the bull market, you'd see people raising like I don't know, 500K, $1 million, and saying they were going to build like the next GTA, right? It takes a lot more money uh, than that to build a AAA game, right? So I think that's something we also need to look at, like how much money the project raised initially, and then you can compare it to their promises and see if there's a fit or if there's just no way that will be able to be delivered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, Derek has a question. I think he needs to get back to work. Um, yeah, when mint? Maybe eventually. We never know. As you said, we never say never as well. Just kidding. When do you all have a timeline for the beta release? Um, I mean, as we were mentioning, you know, we're still working on fixing some speed and bug issues on the current alpha, and are at the same time building a couple more features like the portfolio tracker and other metrics to add to the explore page. For example, the daily gainers in in what concerns collections, for example. So I think you know at the moment our focus is ironing out all the bugs and issues that the current version has. Hopefully, improve the experience with a couple more awesome features that will bring value to you guys. And I think after that stage, I think a beta release will be on the books. I'm not sure if Bernardo, if I missed something.
No. You were spot on, Alex. You were spot on. We do need um, to release the beta. Like we're closer than ever, of course. Like every day we're getting closer. It will not take that much. That's everything we can say now. I mean, I don't want to commit with a date, because like we're engineers, software engineers. Like we know, like great products, they don't work with fixed timelines. They don't work like how do you say, like there are two ways to build a software project, right? Either you know exactly what you're building and you build like a plan for it, but then you risk getting to that date and you build something that no one wants. Or there's the approach that we are following, which is okay, let's build, release, get some feedback, improve on what we've built and whatever, and then like you don't have like a super certain, super rigid end goal. You just have more like a vision, which is what we have, and then it's harder to estimate the full duration. But yeah, if I had to point to a date, like we are working really hard so we can have it like I would say end of next month, beginning of the next better release. What do you think, Paulo? I don't know if Paulo is there or not. No, he's not here. He's probably building the product.
Yeah, he's working
Hi
on
guys.
the.
I was listening. I was just fixing some stuff. Yeah, I think what Bernardo and Alex said is spot on. So there's a few things that we need to fix in order for us to kind of go into the next stage, which would be the beta. There's some bugs that we need to fix, a lot of processes that need to be improved, and at the same time, we're also working on some very interesting things that will release soon as well. So it's a matter of just getting things right, and yeah, we'll be ready to launch the next version of it with much more data to be seen and way better user experience as well.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. No Name is saying that he wants Lisa to be so informative that I can sense a project in minutes. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah,
Besides,
that's exactly how our mission. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, besides being able to have all the data either from either on-chain data or qualitative data from the social media presence, community, team, whatever. We wanna also be able to, with those metrics that we're building, that we're working with, to provide you like with a way of filter through the cut through the noise and filter exactly what type of criteria match your type of investment, right? Either if you're into a specific type of utility or specific type of NFTs, it could be like related to gaming, and you only like to invest in docs teams, and you only have an X amount to invest. You would with those parameters in the platform, you should be able to cut through everything and have a list of those specific collections shown to you. So hopefully, in the future, you'll be able to sense projects in just a few minutes instead of spending countless hours across different websites, different tools. Try to gather as much information as you can without feeling lost, which, as we've seen, it's an issue that a lot of people have when doing their due diligence and their research. So let's see. Yeah, Gloria says, I think it was still about the question before. I think it's about flex. People love to flex between other like-minded people. Yeah, definitely. I think especially now, with so many events, in real life events happening, I think people love the idea of status, and instead of earning it, for those that are able to just spend some money and get it, a lot of people will do that.
Yeah, now it just reminded me when we were at NFT Paris. One guy came to us and he introduced himself like as punk number 5346, something like that. So like just immediately he told us he was like a punk holder. Just
Yeah.
kind of funny, but
And
also kind of a flex, you know?
we had never talked to the guy.
Yeah, we never talked to him.
And
And then the guy got his phone stolen.
yeah, I mean,
Probably because he was flexing too much.
yeah, I think he was flexing too much, and someone thought he might have his wallet on his phone. Um, No Name is asking, what's the refresh time on the charts that we have on the website? Is it real time or does it refresh after a certain amount of minutes?
Yeah, this one is a good one for Paulo.
Is he here?
Are you here, Paulo?
I am indeed, yes. Sorry, I was focused, working. I'm listening to you guys talk, but just focused.
Yeah,
In regards to the question, so I'm currently working also on getting real time data. What's happening is the data has a few minutes of delay at the moment, but sooner you'll have real time data, which I believe and we all know it's quite important for you to get up to date information.
Awesome. Hopefully that was a good of an answer for you, No Name. And No Name has another good question, which is, what will be the source of revenue of Liisa?
Yeah, I can answer that pretty easily. So we are working on two types of sources of revenue. So number one, and for Liisa, as you know it, the platform, right? It will be like a freemium model. It will be like Spotify. So basically, you will be able to use it for free. You will be able to make good investments, to save time, to do all of that for free. But of course, we're going to insert a couple of more exclusive features. Let's call it like that, so that we have a sustainable revenue model. So people will be able to pay if they want to use some of the features that will be more like for power users and for people who are really investing a lot of money into NFTs and that need a solution that is more advanced, I would say. So that's one source of revenue. Then the other one doesn't come out as much to the community, I would say, um, but it's actually through an API. So there are other platforms that are very interested in getting our data, right? The data that we have. So they will be able to pay us to access to the source data that we use to build all of those visuals that you see on the platform. So yeah, so those two. So premium model for advanced features and the API.
Wikipedia has zero source of revenue. It survives on donations. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think in Web3 the term donation exists. So I don't think that will be a good way for us to survive.
Yeah, and then I don't know how many people use Wikipedia, but I would guess it's in the billions, right? There are not billions of NFT traders out there, unfortunately, and I think it will take us a long time until we get there. So we're quite a niche community right now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Um, okay, guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to to put them on the chat. I'm referring Liisa as Wikipedia. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll be able to have any type of collection across different chains eventually, either pre-mint or post-mint. That's something that's on the road. I think that's a good thing to address also. That at the moment, as you might have noticed, most of the collection, I mean, not most, all of the collections in the platform are for the Ethereum chain. But once we have all the automations ready, our goal will be to expand across different chains. So of course, it will depend on which chains exactly users like you guys use mostly. But if I would have to take a guess, I think the most relevant volumes after ETH will be it will be Solana and Polygon, I'd say.
Yeah, then maybe also Immutable X is quite strong.
Yeah, especially for gaming, right?
Yeah, mostly for gaming.
Who knows if eventually we'll be able to track ordinals as well. I think it doesn't take much
I think,
active.
yeah.
I, I don't think it takes much activity to reach a relevant amount of volume with being trading on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
All questions
for
done.
sure.
Thanks, team, for tolerating me. Hey, man, we're here
No,
to
thank you,
answer.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're here to answer any questions. And as as we mentioned, it's always nice to hear about what you guys like on the platform. But for us, especially, it's what we really want to know is what you don't like and what you want to see improved. So if you ever have any type of questions or doubts, feel free to either ping us, open a ticket, or you use the alpha testing channels. We have a suggestion channel, a bug reports channel. So guys, feel free to use them as much as possible or whatever needed, whenever needed. We'll always be here to answer your questions. We'll try to be as transparent as possible, and we also try to reply to you guys as possible as we can.
I don't know if you mentioned yet already, Alex, but today we crossed a really good milestone, right?
Oh yeah, that's right, guys. Today actually we've crossed the 1,000 registered users within the platform, so it was a really happy day, and really thankful for all of you guys who joined from another community, who signed up, who used the platform, who provided feedback. We wouldn't have grown as we have without people like you. So huge thanks.
Yeah, maybe Alex. Also, we can also mention that if you guys like this EMA, we are really happy to do it on a more frequent basis. So this was the first one, right? But if you guys think it's interesting, we're gonna for sure be doing more in the future. Also, maybe inviting some members of the community or from our partner communities, like to focus on specific topics or to learn about their projects. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think that that's a good plan. No name is saying that he likes this more less crowded AMAs. I mean, I think it's easier to have a flowing conversation about a topic, right? Raymond says bi-weekly should be interesting. I agree. I think if we could aim like twice a month would be a nice amount, right?
I think no name is gonna get a board ape.
Yeah. Use it as your PFP so we can say we have a board ape holder within Liisa. Hopefully, hopefully it will create FOMO across others.
Yeah, for sure. I'm also seeing Shamrock here. I'd love to jump in on this some other time. I mean, guys, we are really open. Like, we also believe that a community, we are very focused on the product um, and having you guys providing us with feedback on what you like and don't like, and then on our side to kind of make your dreams come true. But we also believe that, a community is also about the connections between people. So I'm really happy to see everyone talking here. And I mean, if any of you thinks that you have some interesting topic that you guys would like to talk about, or that you're interested in, or that you can also share something with the community, I mean, just ping Alex, and on the next one we will be happy to bring someone on stage and like have a topical AMA where you can discuss for a bit like the progress of the project, but then we can also have your views and your thoughts and have you share your knowledge with the community. I think that would be really, really positive if any of you guys would have interest on that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I think if anyone has an interest or topic that they want to expand on and share with other members of the community and with us, we'd be more than happy to have you guys show us whatever you'd like to, whatever you're into. We'd be more than happy to do so. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining. As mentioned, I think today was the day that we crossed the 1,000 users. We're super happy with the growth that we've been doing. As you know, the way that we've been growing is through partnerships with either projects or communities. So we're always on the lookout for like-minded communities who might see value and potential in what we're building. So if by any chance you think you know any community or project that might like to add an extra bit of value to their members and provide access to Liisa, feel free to open a ticket or ping me to have a chat. We'd be more than happy to expand the access to the platform and get more people in that share our vision. And hopefully that will contribute as well with some feedback and thoughts on how we can improve this. Okay. To the moon, yeah. I'm gonna share a GIF. Shit. Can we share a GIF here? I don't think we can. Yeah, I'll share on the general chat. There's this GIF to the moon that I really love and find it super funny. I'll just share it. Okay, guys. If you don't have any other questions, I think we are ending the AMA. Thank you so much for joining. As mentioned, I mean, the platform wouldn't be as it is without you guys, without you joining and providing feedback and value to us. As as we mentioned, anything that you need from us, feel free to ping us whenever needed. Feel free to use the alpha testing channels whenever needed, or to open a support ticket. We try to be as present and as transparent as possible. So yeah, guys, thank you so much once again. Wish you all a happy evening if it's an evening for you, or a good day ahead if it's still in the morning. Hopefully you have a nice weekend ahead. And yeah, guys, take care.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care and have an awesome weekend.
Thanks, guys.